In today's FX markets, let's take a look at the Euro futures as they're experiencing some selling pressure today. Euro futures coming off of some higher price action yesterday and initially trading higher today before the release of the U.S. data this morning, followed closely by the ECB announcement. And after the release of those 2 points, we are experiencing some selling pressure. Currently near the lows of the session, down about 0.5% on the day at the 1.083 level. And we're also nearing a 6+ week low when you look at the price action as well. Driving factors today, as I mentioned, data, GDP data, a preliminary GDP coming in much stronger than anticipated this morning, 3.3 versus 2%. On the headline number, inflation component was lower than anticipated, following yesterday's ISM services and manufacturing numbers, which were stronger than anticipated. Overall, the general trends in the U.S. appear to be stronger than what the market had even priced in just a few weeks ago. And inflation is moderating. So we'll have the Fed announcement next week. But in the interim, the markets are responding positively to the data. And after the release of that data point, and it did create some volatility in the FX markets, we had the ECB announcement. Policy rate decision unchanged, expected. But in the dialogue, the press conference, indications that the economy continues to struggle. Inflation is moderated, but not down to the level where they'd like to see it, as well as no indication that there are any cuts coming anytime soon in the press conference. And with that, particularly I think the points about the economy, we did see the euro really start to give up some ground as we moved through the session. And as I mentioned here, currently near the lows of the day. And also, when you look at the general trends, we're near the lows over the last 6+ weeks at this 1.083 level. And when you look at the basic trend here the last month, it has shown a series of lower highs and lower lows. And today's price action has continued that pattern. Also, looking at the general trends within the major FX futures markets, we're seeing lower price action pretty much across the board. The euro's certainly showing the least relative strength today. The British pound is under some pressure. We're also looking at the yen slightly lower today. But overall, after the release of the ECB rate decision, anticipating the U.S. Rate decision next week, we're seeing continued selling pressure in the euro and currently trading down to a 6+ week low.